Hey guys, it's Melodeath16J here, and hello to you, Baldrick. Now, your friend Ed has been telling us how you don't like melodic death metal, which would be fine if you would actually listen to it and given it a chance. Now, this video is all about, convincing you to give it a listen and convincing you to, possibly get into the subgenre. So, it brings me to my first point that melodic death metal is a combination of death metal and more melodic material. Now, I've seen your hoodies, I know you like Disapoint, I know you like Foul Body Autopsy. So if you take that style of death metal and add harsh vocals and more melody, you squish them together, you get melodic death metal. I know it's not as simple as that, but in a simple form, that's what you're doing. And it's a subgenre of death metal anyways, so you should be really listening to it and then thinking about if you like it or not. Because by not listening to it and then saying, I don't like it, you're not really getting an accurate, reading of what you do like. Because, for all you know, you could listen to an In Flames track or a Dark Tranquility track and be like, wow, I prefer this to any Cannibal Corpse song or, any Foul Body Autopsy song. And yeah, that's what you could have. That's what could happen. Another point I've got is that some bands have gone from being kind of a death metal band to being a more melodeath band. If you listen to the early At the Gates albums, they're kind of a death metal, black metal combination, and they have gone to make really good melodic death metal albums, like Slaughter the Soul. And it just shows that death metal and melodic death metal can coincide as genres. Which brings me on to my next point as well. Some bands have kind of played melodic death metal and death metal beside each other. A good example of this would be Carcass. Now, Carcass have been, a grindcore band, a death metal band, and a melodic death metal band. And the album Heartwork, for me, is my favourite album, and it's predominantly melodic death metal, in my opinion, and it's still got that harsh and that harsh vocals and that punch that you want with good death metal, and it's got some fucking killer riffs in there, and just wow, you should really listen to it. If you're going to start off by listening to a melodeath band, start with a band who are kind of death metal as well, and then progress to a more melodeath. It's like easing yourself into it, My last point is that you can't condemn something without, knowing what it is, or even looking up what it is. It's just not really, it's not fair on, well, first of all, the bands, because they could be losing out on a fan, for starters, and you could be, hiding possibly a favourite genre or, a favourite song from yourself, and it's not, and you owe it to yourself really to listen to it, because I think Melodeath is absolutely fucking awesome, and that you should really check it out.